track of time, just you and I. Just you and I. Whoa,
KDR FM.
no matter how far we go, I want the whole world to know I want you back, and I won't have it any other way. No matter what the people say, I know that we'll never break. 'Cause our love was made in the USA. Made in the USA. You always read my mind like a letter. When I'm cold, you're there like a sweater. 'Cause that's the way we like to do it. That's the way we like. I'll never ever let the world get the best of you. Every night we're apart, I'm still next to you. 'Cause that's the way I like to do it. That's the way I like. A touchdown on the East Coast, dinner on the skyrise. Winter is the best time for walking in the city lights. You and I. You and I. Whoa, whoa. No matter how far we go, I want the whole world to know I want you.
From all over the world, local, regional, national, and international, KDR FM brings you all the stories. KDR FM News, proudly sponsored by MTN.
To be a winner, you must conquer the unconquerable.
Yes, sir!
Get it down on the ground and give me 50 press up using your stomach.
Winning is hard, but with MTN Momo, it's easy. Simply pay or shop with Momo for a chance to win mobile money every day. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
Terms and conditions apply.
MTN.
MTN Momo is regulated by the Bank of Uganda.
Tianchi Karuguza bakurete promotion y'omwaka guno muyaga kujanjabibwa
ha buli ndwaire ha mitwaro 65 zonka kuletere kyome kikebera buli nyakalingo y'endwaire ha sente ezo pressure ulcers ensigo omutima obune amanige kazine kisaija kuterwa omutwe kulemera mu nsonga kurumwenderalera buli katundu koona bakuletere green tea okarwara maino obaga kaguba ija bakujanja
tukusuburira cyane mbazi tugisaze ucweka 5 ha 10 emitwaro mukago sa kutandika dozi yawo boka kiri uburwaire bwawe
basange Karuguza orabire hatandi Big Bank amajaki kada hahina welding balirana ba complex guest house nekipande no banokiro bakora mandi paka sandi ha 078 mukaga 13 oba 070 rwenda tanemu 023 nitwe abatiyanshi Karuguza ija tukwijanja
For how Chinese bantu baingi muno ohulira kyansimba hano nkwata hamugongo ekifuba kikulemera oburumi munyingo omwo baitu hati wekwata ba for how Chinese bano ni bayijanja banokira kimo ebirwaire no biraga nenkoro yawe yekikugu baine byoma ebya meridian therapy nibikonyera okwigula ebinywa kutereza emigongo alinywa bakusasa nibakumara mu busasi bona bwino munyingo hati nywa bakuzimbe bigere mugende mubayikire nibakora handwereza maiso nibajanja basukali harusazi okwetaga kusara size okendeza omunyeto gwine oyinekizibu kyo kusanyarara hamuna inywa baterwe stroke niba batereza ni mugaruka okurungi muno aba for how Chinese hano mukaruguza basange amuhanda gwa kizizi ogugenda ha vision hakyomba ko kyakona house haihine ichundiro lya magiteri yaka opposite Millennium Guest House rundi baterera namba zesimu 0 kinana na mnana musanju na musanju asatu na mnana na 0 nkaga na ibiri kinana na isatu anna nemu for how Chinese hamuno bujanja byo burungi
esaha zikire musanje zeihangwe ohulirize KDR 10 fama akaire kanu nikakuleterwa
MTN Voice Bundles ezikutera network zona habei dondolo migasita 10 ibiri mu hash rundo yekonyeza my MTN app okome mu daily bundle habo kuba butukuba zaitwena titukwemerezebwa MTN Uganda Limited nerolerwa Uganda Communications Commission.
A very good afternoon. It is exactly 1 p.m. My name is Deo Asiimwe. I welcome you to this broadcast of KDR News this afternoon. Now the detail. Ugandan security has called for calm and vigilance among citizens and visitors in the wake of terror threats. In a public alert today morning, security says that it has received intelligence information of the ADF members who have entered into the country with an aim of causing havoc, calling on the public to be vigilant and report any suspicious strange characters to the security or the police. Security also urges members of the public and security personnel to ensure proper screening of all entry points to all big public places like malls, markets, churches and bars, among others. ADF terrorist group has in the past been blamed for a number of attacks on Uganda, including the November 2021 double blast at the Central Police Station and along Parliamentary Avenue in Kampala that killed over 5 people, including police officers, and left several others critically injured. Following the attacks, Islamic State IS claimed that 3 suicide bombers had taken part in the twin blasts, adding that this was a punishment to Uganda for participating in the war against terrorist group in the Central Africa. The United States recently officially linked IS to a Allied Democratic Forces terrorist group operating in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. This was after ADF swore allegiance to IS and has since changed the name to Islamic State in the Central African province IS-CAP. Uganda has hit ADF from its own background inside the Democratic Republic of Congo, where scores of fighters and their commanders have been either killed or captured alive, while several abductees have been freed. Back home in Uganda, security has also carried out several operations targeting ADF cells within the country, where a number of their members have either been put out of action or arrested and several catches of weapons seized. Putting that story aside, residents of Mubende district have accused officers at the Mityana Zonal Office of Corruption and Extortion, claiming that the officials prioritize money over their mandate to serve the public. The allegations were aired during a stakeholders meeting chaired by the Lands Minister Judith Nabakoba at the Mubende Teachers College. Musa Kamya Busulwa, the parish chairperson of Kitenga, expressed frustration over the bureaucratic hurdles and corruption he encountered while processing land titles. He warns that the current practices at the Mityana Zonal land offices could lead to widespread disenfranchisement if left unaddressed. Other community members criticize the failure to enforce previous directives issued to resolve land disputes, especially those involving powerful individuals. Emmanuel Kabanda Nsenjiyumva, a councillor for Kalunga Sub-County, cites the unresolved cases of Bibanja holders displaced by Professor Kaihurankuba in Kalunga area. Land title overlaps were another recurring concern, with residents calling for intervention on concerned authority to address the issue, which they claim has fueled conflicts in the area. William Museveni Ndoli, the MP from Wekula South, appeals for urgent action, emphasizing the need to resolve disputes caused by overlapping titles. In her response, the Minister of Lands, Judith Nabakoba, attributes many of the issues to negligence by the district's land board, criticizing the board for issuing documents without proper due diligence, which has exacerbated conflicts in the region. The minister urges local leaders to work together to resolve disputes and assured the residents of her commitment to addressing their concerns, pledging to return to Mubende to engage with the residents directly at the village level. Moving on, the police has said that Inspector General of Police's office is currently drafting guidelines to implement the presidential directive denying police bond to certain suspects. In his televised end-of-year address to the nation, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni directed the police to stop giving police bond to village thieves, saying it will reduce insecurity in the country. He also said he has asked the judiciary through the Chief Justice to end giving bail to certain suspected criminals on trial. This, he says, was because his government has succeeded in stopping major incidents like killings by armed elements like the Allied Democratic Forces and as well murders done by hired hitmen. Museveni said that it has worked in the Karamoja region where the military court does not grant suspected cattle raiders bond or bail, and that this is the reason there is peace there. Now, while addressing journalists at Nagulu Police Headquarters yesterday, the Kampala Metropolitan Police spokesperson Patrick Onyango said that police cannot disregard presidential directives. However, they are currently awaiting orders from the IGP's office, which he says is developing guidelines to instruct junior officers on implementing the presidential directive. Onyango explains that the guidelines will help deter junior officers from abusing the presidential directive by indiscriminately denying police bond to every suspect. Now, crossing over to the court-martial, the General Court-Martial sitting in Makindye, Kampala, has rejected a request by the lawyers defending a veteran politician, retired Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye, and his political ally, Obeid Lutale, to reinstate Aaron Kizza on the defense team. Kizza, who is one of the Besigye and Lutale's lawyers, was last week arrested at the court-martial and subsequently sentenced to 9 months in jail without allowing him to defend himself. Kizza, who was at a military court to represent his client, was accused of contempt of court after he rejected instruction by the military officers to take a backseat in the court. In the previous court sessions, Kizza had been taking the first seat at the front where he had bitter exchange with the judge advocate. Besigye and Lutale were yesterday brought back to the same court where they are battling charges of treachery, illegal possession of firearms, and ammunition. During the court session, one of the defense lawyers, Samuel Moyizi, read out a full list of defense lawyers without Aaron Kizza on the list. Kampala Lord Mayor Elias Lukwago then asked court to allow Kizza get out of jail briefly and represent his client, saying that there is a specific role that had been assigned to him in representing the accused persons. However, the court-martial chairman, Brigadier Freeman Mugabe, rejected the request outright. He then sought the legal advice of the judge advocate, Brigadier Richard Tukachungura, who says that the defense team is a formidable force and does not require Kizza to execute its duties. Besigye and Lutale returned to court today, and currently the proceedings are going on, and we shall bring you the detail of this story.
You are still listening to KDR News Broadcast. This is the news on the international scene.
For the news on the international scene, Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone has declared a public health emergency after 2 cases of mpox were confirmed. The West African country's health minister, Austin Demby, announced the move yesterday after the 2nd case of the deadly viral disease was confirmed. Last week, Sierra Leone reported its first case of mpox since the African Union's health watchdog declared a public health emergency over the growing mpox outbreak on the continent last year. A 2nd case was confirmed after a 21-year-old man showed symptoms on 6th of this month, the National Public Health Emergency says on social media. Neither case had known recent contact with affected animals or other risk individuals, the ministry of Health and Sanitation has said. Most patients are receiving treatment at a hospital in Freetown. Dear listener, we take a quick look on the top stories as we wind up at today's afternoon bulletin. Security calls for calm vigilance among citizens amid terror threat. Mubende locals accuse Mitiana Zone Office of corruption in meeting with the land minister. Police await for IGP's green light on presidential bond directive, and Sierra Leone declares emergency over Mpox outbreak. At 11 minutes past 1 p.m., my name is Deo Asiimwe, and that marks the end of today's bulletin. I wish you the best of your lunch and a happy Tuesday. Stay with us.
From all over the world, local, regional, national and international, Kedira FM brings you all the stories. Kedira FM News, world's proudly sponsored by MTN.
To be a winner, you must conquer the unconquerable.
Yes, sir!
Get it down on the ground and give me picture press up using your stomach.
Winning is hard, but with MTN Momo, it's easy. Simply pay or shop with Momo for a chance to win mobile money every day. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
Terms and conditions apply.
MTN.
MTN Momo is regulated by the Bank of Uganda.
Tianchi Karuguza bakurete promotion y'umwaka guno muyaga kujanja bibwa
habuli ndwaire ha mitwaro mukaga ni 15 zonka kuletere kyome kikebera buli nyakalingo yendwaire ha sentezo pressure ulcers ensigo omutima obune amanige kazine kisaija kuterwa omutwe kulemera mu nsonga kurumwenderalera buli katundu kona bakuletere green tea okarwara maino obaga kaguba ijaba kwijanja
tukusuburira cyane mbazi tugisazira ucweka 5 ha 10 emitwaro mukaga so kutandika rodozi yawo boka kiri uburwayire bwawe
basange Karuguza urabire Hasandi Big Bank amagyakikada hahina welding balirana ba complex guest house nekpande no banokiro bakora mandi paka sandi ha 078 mukaga 13 oba 070 rwenda tanemu 023 nitwe abatiyanshi Karuguza ija tukwijanja.
For how Chinese bantu baingi muno ohulira kyansimba hano nkwata hamugongo ekifuba kikuremera oburumi munyingo mu baitu hati we kwata ba for how Chinese bano ni bayijanja banokira kimo ebirwaire no biraga nenkoro yawe yekikugu baine byoma ebya meridian therapy nibikonyera okwigula ebinywa kutereza migongo alinywa bakusasa nibakumara mu busasi bona bwino munyingo hati nywa bakuzimbe bigere mugende mubayikire nibakora handwereza maiso nibajanja basukali harusazi okwetaga kusara size okendeza omunyeto gwine oyine kizibu kyokusanyarara hamuna inywa abateirwe stroke niba batereza ni mugaruka okurungi muno aba for how Chinese hano mukaruguza basange na vision hakiomba ko kiyakona house haihine ichundiro lya magiteri yaka opposite Millennium Guest House rundi baterera namba ze simu 0 kinana na mnana nsanju na msanju asatu na mnana na 0 nkaga na ibiri kinana na isatu anna nemu for how Chinese hamuno bwijanja byo burungi
onu niwe kacharu akejara chikumika tonyeza ichazufama
nekwikibwaho
oweduka mpereza ya box ibiri za matunda ori kazara we matunda alikori kombucha baji marayo rero mbwene wagirwa kinge abwo kubenyuma kunasiga buri muntu wona ari kwetegura kwija ku shopping konga mbwene kigiro muri matunda Echecho buzima echo kunywa cha matunda alcoholic kombucha echo kunywa kisa ekiburu muntu wana ari kwitanira nibakironda habwe migasho yacho bakitiremo butunda enanasi emicungwa apples endimo ubwoki hamwe na miza gacebirwe echo kunywa kici nobunuzi bishemeza amagara kikumaraho stress chongera appetite kikozo mu ndo butwabuhwamu amisho gahwezaje rero kandi no kimanyaje ubutunda bwahika mendimo hakaza menanasi n'ubwoki n'emicungwa ibyo byona byongera abasirikare mu mubiri rero rwanise ndwara zona obapo matunda alcohol kukombucha eco kunywa kikirya hansi na higuru mu maduka no mu supermarkets gono mu ihanga teresime ya 085 anana munana ashatu ni ishatu kaga na mwenda nange ya 0 shanju na mwenda 0 kaga ni ibiri matunda alcohol kukombucha nituba tuhangire nayo
kirikaga de mairirwo ko obusuma bwo mwani bukwisana nkobule mwani woko aho mwani okagurora no manya bora utagulinzire bwangu kagutegura abagutegura baroho kiriyoko wamasasire akozire
twaiki sasa ni kumujwana mushango kugira ngo nagwe myani yo busuma
atogo akwasire tende kugura mwani bwo busuma arayjanga wakutumo
omutabani nayibo na mutumo mwani oguyapangisize
mwani akagupangisa atakutuma yo mutabani geno no gondetere omusaijo kukamuzibu sasiro
aleto mwana na kugura buri kiyo mureba
ate buri kiyo murora ko tulera olinzire bika hano nibo tandika kubaza
kandi tigo kubanza sasa wenka naye nyenka nyangalizi
muralinda muhangire ate mutandikire ira iwa akunyangalize na
uno mukazi wanya ibo mwana omwanja guguza sasa
sasire we ekaye kwasire kuli kugura mwani gwo busuma bulaka kwibaleta uwo mwani gwo busuma kamukuru kaine myaka 5 akufuata linda bakaiwa mwani nkaru rwentai
yo mwani rwentai bagura eri green na tera we rukoma ngubize gukwate
ngo mwani gwa green no gwali bukyali aho ne mukyazimanda nago sasire yagwirukya yagutwa
toka sasa akakwado mwani yaguteka piti buhanda yagutwa yaza gushereka
wama unasai 10 nibukya asagura mwani
nagwa munasai 10 zecho nagugura
muzeyi sembere hano muzeyi ogambire ebintu basoveye hano kike kigenda maizi
tusobe guhanuya akapanji so mwani gweje chonka yarswa yataho mutabani we kugumara kora ki aramuletero mwani
baitu timuba kwata mukabata munko musebe nagamba bule ukakwata buso kumuha wema buso bondi buso beyi
musevera kaje ngo omuntu wa obwamate buliho
ati anu bayino gambiro tamuzeyi
freitogu ewe no mutabani we bashimira kubaraza mu ngoma babiri
okimanyire ngo bale mukukusa omwani gwo busuma eke bakyeta bate
majendu
Ongo yuwa baile kacharuha kejara chukumika choneza itatufama
ebali ne kuikibwaho
oweduka mpereza box ibiri za matunda
orikazara we matunda alikori kombucha bajimarayo
rero mbweno giro kinge abwo kubenyimo kunasiga buri muntu wana ari kwetegura kwija ku shopping konga mbwene kigiro muri matunda
Ichecho buzima echo kunywa cha matunda alcohol kukombucha echo kunywa kisa ekiburi muntu wana ari kwitanira nibakironda habwe migasho yacho bakitiremo butunda enanasi emicungwa apozi endimo ubwoki hamwe na miza gacebirwe echo kunywa kikino bunuzi bishemeza amagara kikumaraho stress chongera appetite kikozo mu ndo butwabuhwamo amisho gahwezaje rero kandi no kimanyaje ubutunda bwahikame ndimo hakaza menanasi no bwoki n'emicungwa ibyo byona byongera abasirikare mu mubiri rero rwanise ndwara zona obapo matunda alcohol kukombucha eco kunywa kikirya hansi na higuru mu maduka no mu supermarkets gono mu ihanga teresime ya 0 anana munana ashatu ni ishatu kaga na mwenda nange ya 0 shanju na mwenda 0 kaga ni ibiri
matunda alcohol kukombucha nituba tuhangire nayo
ni tukuterera muziki wa murongo ni tutero muziki kazina song after song R&B hip hop afro to African soukous Kedira FM tubutukira bwana kikumi katonyezi satu sauti ya watu wote
Enti kanisa manyesi yawe hakedi R chikumi katonyeza isatu fama ne kuikibwaho Kampala Boys Phones and Solar Center. Abantu bona nibasima lubereza bwabo. Buli kimu kyona bakina hali ebya solar hamune bya masanyarazi kandi byona biri original. Bihabuhangazi no mara na bya kasumi karayira muno. Bali mutawuni yigayaza. Hamuhanda gwa kakumiro. Haihi na mukera Batista. Nekyapa kirono kirora. Baina solar panels original. Musaize zikwawukana. Ote kirona batteries zaho. Ezamaiza mune zensano. Baina wires. Amatara gasora mnaga masanyarazi. Flat TV screens. Muhicheze zikwawukana. Subwoofers. Baina emizindaro emikota mune mitaito. Masini kasera isoke. Baina ebidusha ebika byona hamuna decoders zaho. Extension cables, inverters, regulators, power collectors. Baina maradios ako kucharginga hamuna gamakara. Buli kimu kyono kwekomoroza. Baina yona flash discs. Baina masimu ga smartphones. Touch screen hamuna gamapesa. Otekero na phone accessories. Namberi ya phone chargers. Amakara gamasimu agali original. Screen guards. Headsets. Memory cards. Chargers. Banu balinke ibara lyabo. Bakukuguliza mhende mirungi muno egya hansi haligirige nyine gya Kampala. Kumanye ebikukirawo hali aba Kampala Boys. Phones and Solar Center igayaza. Tera haziro musanyu mukaga. 20 hasatu na mwenda. 25. Rundi haziro musanyu 58. Kienda na isatu. Kinana na mukaga. Kienda na 5. Malika nukasozi kamagezi ebyabu nibyegambira Green Hill Modern Secondary School kabasekende eisomero lya buli muzaira kwenyumirizamu eri kuturuka abana nyatabwongo abo kubali nabegesa abatendekero kurungi muno ekyo kurabisa abana na grade nungi muno buli mwaka ekyo kibaka kitereza riri mu kichweke kirungi muno ebisale tibikuchwanza ya muzaire tibasorora mu dini ekyo rujungu werekere abana baikara bali karaso.
For sure our academic performance is very good at Green Hill Modern Secondary School. So my fellow students, come and join us at Green Hill Modern Secondary School and you get an easy life.
Mali Green Hill Modern Secondary School isomero liriya o hamuna A level abegi babongereyo amasomo go kombeka hamuno kubaija habwe byakali magezi computer zona ziroho kandi buli mwegi wena naherezibwa phone tablet kumanye bikukira hotelera director haziro musanyu 2 kienda 5 kinana na mukaga rundi senior woman teacher haziro musanju 8 musanju na 3 5 3 Green Hill Modern Secondary School kaba sekende we lead others follow.
Kandenge holere kibarubu kino kikuisana lero kikwaka nyabo gabaire gamazire
omutayi kandi kikiye kyabaho
oba amasanyarazi ganteire
banzo lindewo bwenkwetegereza hano barubu niye yatikire mbaitu na wayalingi yawenu kandi bazoka bakufezire boka bayanka bakolire wayalingi
baitu wewe niyo nokubajuka tinkyabajuka
tunge bya masanyarazi ebiri original kandi otunge nabakugu abarakukolera wiring hati wekonyeze abakuteza electronics banu baine bya masanyarazi amna bya solar ebiri original bali yawo busesa akasaraba oli hayi kuika kana ni guest house baine solar panels original batteries zaho ezesa namne za maizi flat TV screens extension cables regulators inverters wires ebikebi kwokana baine bulbs za solar amne za masanyarazi baine bidisi bya bisani amna decoder zaho kandi no kubihanika niba bikwandikirayo bakora lingi alinywa bakwetaga kutaya amasanyarazi kandi nibabahereza certificates hamuna forms otayewa wayalingi nibakora aliza solar hamuna zine za amasanyarazi ga iguru baine byokozesa mu kuwayalinga amasanyarazi gama ka meter box earth wires earth rods meter box hamuna bindi nibatunda bu overcoat bwabakora amasanyarazi karuguza anu baine hitagiri yabo hamahanda gwa ruhara kandi bali